If you watch a lot of videos about living here in Las Vegas, Nevada, then you probably see those videos all about whether Las Vegas is good for families. Is it good for people with kids? But one of the most common questions I've been getting lately is Las Vegas a good place for singles? Is it good for young couples? Is it good for newlyweds? Is it good for people who don't have kids? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. And I figured, since you've been asking for a video live from the Las Vegas Strip, that's where I'm going to do it. But this weekend is special because this is EDC weekend. That's the Electronic Daisy Carnival. This is one of the busiest weekends of the year for people who love electronic music. So what better time than to talk about this crucial topic? So sit down, put your headphones on, and let's get ready to talk all about it. Hey everybody, it's your host here, Dave Baker, coming to you from the Las Vegas Strip. Now, of course, the first thing you want to do is tap that little subscribe button and click that little bell. Now, before you start watching this video, you might have to turn up the volume because it's going to get a little loud, because I'm filming this from the Las Vegas Strip on EDC weekend, one of the busiest and probably loudest weekends here for the tourists and some of you locals here in Las Vegas. Now, if you're thinking about moving out here to Las Vegas or Henderson or anywhere in Nevada, I want you to reach out to me. You can send me an email, send me a text message, or give me a call. Or better yet, get down below into the description and click on the link and get on the calendar. All right, are you ready to take a stroll with me as we walk down the world famous Las Vegas Strip, the most requested place I get for video filming? Okay. Let's get started and talk about today's subject. Okay, everybody. The first thing I want to remind you is that I'm filming this on the Las Vegas Strip. So this means a few different things, okay? First of all, I don't know how loud it's going to get. Second, I don't know who we're going to see or what's going to happen because I'm just going for it. And third, remember, you're probably not going to live here on the Strip, right? Unless you want to live in one of the condos, which are available. And of course, we're happy to talk to you about. But I just wanted to mention this because it might get a little crazy. Now, we're probably going to be joined by a zillion other people as well, because this is EDC weekend, when the Electronic Daisy Carnival comes to Las Vegas. And it's a very busy time here. Rooms get booked up, tourists flood the city, which they do all the time. But this weekend is a little bit more unique because I feel there's a lot of extra energy. Okay, first we're gonna have to walk by this music and then we'll dive into our topic. Behind me you can see, of course, some of the most famous hotels where actually you might stay once in a while if your friends come to town. It's very popular. Okay, so this video is gonna be addressing those of you who are younger couples, people who are getting started in life and moving out here as singles, and those of you in general who don't have children or who are now empty nesters. Maybe your kids have left. Maybe they've moved on and you're past that stage of your life and you're looking to have a little fun. Maybe you're a retiree and there's a ton of stuff to do here for retirees. So, let's talk about this. The first thing I want to do is I want to rattle off some statistics, okay? Now keep in mind, I get statistics from many different areas and they're not perfect exact numbers, okay? But the general area where these statistics lie are going to represent the city. The first thing I want to mention is that the average age here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the residents is under 40, okay? So you are going to have an average younger age. I believe it was somewhere around 38 and a half years old. And that is definitely an average younger age for a city. The next thing I want to mention is the percentage of people that are married. Again, take every statistic with a grain of salt because it's not a perfect measurement and things change all the time. But on average, I read that less than 50% of people who live here in Las Vegas are married. Now, that is probably for a few different reasons. One of which is because there's a slightly transient population, right? People come, they move here for a little while and they leave. They have an adventure of sorts, all kinds of different things. Additionally, I think that the city does generally attract a younger crowd. Now, that doesn't just mean people come here to party, right? There are other reasons that young people come here. And I'm specifically making a video about entrepreneurship here in Las Vegas. And I'll tell you, that's one of the reasons that I think we see more younger people here, especially young business owners that are now coming here, which I just love. It's helping the city's economy, but also bringing a whole exciting different vibe. So what's it like to be a couple or a person out there who has no children living in Las Vegas? Well, I can tell you that there is an incredible amount of entertainment here. And I'm not just talking about living or going here on the Strip or going to downtown at Fremont Street. There's so much more than that. While that's built for tourists, I understand some of you might also come here, and you're gonna do that more and more when your friends are in town. But here's the thing, we have a lot of cool stuff here, right? I mean, we have so many different things, okay? Let's just talk about some of the random activities. You have indoor skydiving, you have archery ranges, you have places to go shooting, which is pretty popular out here. The tourists have their own locations to do that, but additionally, locals have some spots they go to too. It's actually quite popular. We have Lake Mead, where you can take your boat out or your personal watercraft, like a jet ski or a Sea-Doo, right? We have lots of outdoor activities here. We have the ones I've mentioned so many times in my videos, like hiking, enjoying Red Rock National Park, going to Calico Basin, going skiing at Mount Charleston. Yes, I said skiing in Las Vegas, don't forget about that. It comes up quite a bit. People ask me if there's any skiing nearby. I think that's for you East Coast people who are thinking about moving to Las Vegas. Of course, if you're coming from a place that has tons of ski slopes, it's gonna be a little different. But don't worry, in northern Nevada, of course, you know we have beautiful Lake Tahoe with some incredible slopes like Heavenly, you've got Squaw Valley, and you've got some amazing places to live. If you're thinking about moving to Lake Tahoe, get in touch with me too. Whether it's Zephyr Cove, whether it's Incline Village, there are some beautiful spots up there. But those are some of the natural wonders that are around and some of the other types of entertainment that I just mentioned. But what else is here? Well, here's the thing. If you are in a position, whether you work from home or you have a very open life schedule where you are able to go out at night, you have unlimited options. We have incredible food options here, right? You have so many restaurants to choose from. I know, if you've watched my videos, you've probably heard me talk about all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue and all-you-can-eat sushi, but that's not all there is, believe me. Now, to be fair, there is an amazing amount of Asian food here. I have to say, it is off the chart. And you're talking to someone who's been to places like Singapore and Japan, and I've got to tell you, the food here is incredible. I feel like I'm always trying a new place. In fact, I actually say that, and my wife gets tired of hearing it. Oh, you want to try another new place? Why not? Because we can. The thing is, if you're moving here from like a small town or a place that doesn't have a lot of variety, that's something we have here, a lot of variety. Now, additionally, there's a lot of nightlife. And yes, I am talking about things like bars and clubs, but I find that if you're a local, there's a good chance you're more likely to go to have a local watering hole or a local bar. And by the way, if you don't drink, then you can actually go to a bar and play. You have, you can play video poker and things like that if you want to. That's not what everyone here does. A lot of people never touch any of those things. But you can play darts. They have other competitions for different types of events. We have trivia nights, and not just one or two. I'm talking about an unlimited supply. You should see the Las Vegas events calendar. It is incredible. How do I know? Because I'm always looking to see what's going on in the city. I love the city. I want to participate in things. I want to do things. Now, what else can you do when you're here? Well, we have a ton of festivals and music shows and swap meets, farmers markets, so many different things that go on. Why do I bring this up? Because not every festival is held around the Strip. They're not all for tourists, okay? I really want to stress that. We have tons of different types of festivals here that you can attend. There are food festivals, there are different types of shows. We also have an incredible amount of local farmers markets, which I love because, of course, I want to support small business. I know a lot of you love to do that too, and everyone appreciates that. And that helps support the local community. Also, you have community events okay, those are not just seasonal, they're actually all year round. Of course, during the holiday season, for example, in Summerlin, at downtown Summerlin, you have multiple nights of community events there. Some are family oriented, of course, they're going to be for the kids. You'll also have the ice skating rinks that pop up, which is very cool. I'm not going to make a video of myself ice skating for probably the obvious reason, but if you really want me to, drop a comment below, and as always, let me know what type of video you want me to make. But all of these things keep life interesting. Let me share my personal experience with you for a second. I tried to live in a small town. It's not really a small town in the sense of completely rural, but I have spent time in a place where there is very little to do. And while I was able to work on these videos for you, while I was able to work on my own projects and such, I think that overall, I enjoy at least having the options of all the things we have going on here. Now, some of you want to have that more quiet, relaxing lifestyle. But here's the thing. I'm just talking about options, right? When you live here, you can live a quiet lifestyle. There are places in Henderson that are great because that's not a tourist-focused city. That's a city focused on the locals. You have horse properties that are available. You have places with farms available. One of my friends has a little farm where they grow different vegetables. There are a lot of options. Now, what about those of you who are in the up-and-coming business phase of your life? Well, once again, I'm really starting to love it here for that aspect. The entrepreneur scene here is really growing. Now, if you would have asked me 10 years ago what I thought about that, I'll tell you another quick story. I had a friend who said to me, I guess it was way more than 10 years ago now, why are you moving to Las Vegas? You love to be around entrepreneurs and all that exciting stuff. And I said, what do you mean? There's tons of stuff going on here. And he said, no, it's not like that. There's no central downtown. And while today there remains no central downtown, we still have a booming scene. Here's the difference. You've seen the introduction of a lot of co-working spaces, which brings you a central place for you young entrepreneurs and business owners to congregate and meet and network. And the networking scene here for entrepreneurs is pretty amazing too. I've attended countless networking events, and I've met so many people. And what I love about the scene, the small business scene, it's two things, okay? One is because of all these magnificent hotels you see behind me right now, they bring a lot of spin-off businesses that support them. Some are obviously in the hospitality industry, whether it's restaurants or club promotion and things like that. But there's a lot that goes on with all the events, right? It brings marketing companies, PR companies, publicity, it brings advertising. It brings a lot of businesses that support all of these things. But this is a big city, okay? It's big in the sense of landmass and also the variety of things that are here. It's not a big city in the sense of the population. This isn't New York City. If you're moving here from New York City, this is not the same. It's not the same as Chicago either. It's a different vibe and a different energy. But here's the thing. There are a huge diversity of business types that are here. So the second thing I want to mention is just that. The number of different types of business owners that I meet here is incredible. I have met all kinds of different people in all kinds of different fields. But what I love is they want to work together. They're always talking to me about what we can do together. And that's that entrepreneur scene that's here now that I really love. Now, let's talk about another topic. Again, this video is focused on those of you who probably don't have children, who are young couples, who have a lot more available time to go out, whether it's in the evening, which is something that a lot of people aren't able to do depending on their situation. Those of you that have flexible jobs, work from home, those of you who work on project by project basis. It's the time in your life when you have an opportunity to do so many things. But I think if you move here and you start your family here, you might want to stay forever. So here's the deal. I have to think about this all the time myself, right? Being here a lot of people ask me, is it good for families? And I'm going to make an entire video just about that. That is a hot topic. It's covered many times on the internet. I think there's a lot of great stuff for families here that a lot of people can appreciate, and I think it's pretty amazing. But if you enjoy a social scene, networking, going to fairs, festivals, different types of events, trade shows, which is something I like. Again, I should have put this in the entrepreneur segment, but if you are an entrepreneur, going to the trade shows is amazing because you're able to meet people face to face. Now, I know some of you just love video calls, you all love that stuff, but there's nothing like face-to-face meetings to develop relationships. And I can do that here in Vegas. This is what I love. So many people come from around the country and around the world to get together. And this might be your only chance to actually meet them in person. And that relationship could last years. I have been to some trade shows where I was able to kind of get access to a product or help people or work together with them on marketing situations where if I hadn't met them face to face, it would not have happened. And additionally, I'm still in contact with them today after many, many years. So that's just one more thing I wanted to mention. Now, I'd love to hear what else you want to know about living here as in different life situations. Tell me what your life situation is. Tell me what your questions are. Where are you at in your life schedule, right? Are you young, just graduating from college? Are you young, just graduating from high school? Are you just younger and want to move out here? Are you a young couple? Are you an older couple? Are you a retired couple? Are you not young and not old? Wherever you are in your life, it doesn't matter. There's so much to do here. And although I made this video specifically about this topic, I am going to say there's a ton to do here for people with families and kids. And you know what? You never have to come here to the Strip. It's pretty fun to come here sometimes. You know, maybe you get a babysitter, maybe you just want to get out for a night on the town. Well, this is one of the spots to do it. But we've got a ton of other beautiful, beautiful places to hang out. But for families, there are an incredible amount of places to go. I personally love going to all the different parks. There are aquatic facilities. There are community events. There are local street fairs and festivals. There are local flea markets and things like that. There's just all kinds of stuff going on. The event calendar is pretty packed out here. Or if you just want to stay home and be peaceful, no problem. Maybe you live in a gated community. Maybe you just enjoy your time behind the gate. Maybe you just enjoy your own community. Whatever it may be, I think there's an incredible amount for anybody in any stage of life here in Vegas. Okay, so first thing you want to do is drop a comment below and let me know what you think about living here in Las Vegas. The second thing you're going to want to do is, of course, tap that little like button and click that little bell. And lastly, if you are thinking about moving to Las Vegas, Nevada, Henderson, Nevada, Boulder City, Nevada, Mesquite, Nevada, or up north in Lake Tahoe, or any of the surrounding areas, reach out to me. Our team cannot wait to help you. All you have to do is send me an email, text me, give me a call on the phone, or click in the link below and schedule time to get on the calendar with me. One last thing I'd like to hear in the comments, would you be interested in me adding an events calendar to vegasagents.com? Is that something you want to see? Local events? Does that interest you? Let me know. I'd love to hear what you think. All right, everybody, until the next video, take care.